Hello everyone, RG from Vidhya Communication Enhancers is back again with one more interesting story, the fire that never went out. In an ancient kingdom, every child was born carrying a small flame inside a lantern. The flame was invisible to everyone except its owner. Parents could not see it, teachers could not see it, friends could not see it. Only you knew whether your flame burned brightly or weakly. The elders taught every child one law: your flame is strange. It does not burn wood, it burns unfinished work. Every difficult book you complete, it grew. Every promise you kept, it grew. Every fear you faced, it grew. Every hour you spent creating, it grew. The children laughed. What happens if we don't feed it? The elders answered, nothing. The children laughed even harder. Years passed. One boy, Ryan, became ambitious. He dreamed of becoming the greatest builder in the kingdom. He bought books. He made plans. He spoke passionately. Every morning he touched the lantern. The flame was still there. One evening he came home exhausted. I will rest for a while. He watched stories told by traveling performer. The flame became slightly smaller. He didn't notice. The next evening, again, then again. Nothing dramatic happened. The flame never disappeared suddenly. It negotiated. It surrendered one tiny piece at a time. Months become years. One night, Ryan sat before a difficult design. His mind froze. The old habit appeared. Just one story. He watched. Afterward, he returned to the design. It now felt even heavier. Again, he escaped. Again, again. Finally, he closed the book. I have lost my motivation. The room became silent. Then, for the first time in his life, his lantern spoke. Its voice was barely audible. You haven't lost motivation. You have been feeding someone else. Ryan looked around. There is no one else. The lantern answered. There is. He looked into the glass. Inside sat another creature. It had been tiny for years. Now it was enormous. It smiled. I know you. Ryan whispered. Who are you? The creature bowed. I am Escape. You created me. Every evening you fed me instead of flame. I grew. The flame shrank. Ryan shouted. Leave. Escape laughed. I can't. I live with your. I live where you feed me. Ryan grabbed a book. Escape smiled. Good. The first page was difficult. Escape became hungry. Ryan reached for his phone. Escape grew stronger. He watched for an hour. Escape laughed. You see, I don't force you. I only remind you of what you have practiced. Days passed. Ryan tried harder. Every time he became confused, Escape whispered, I can make this feeling disappear. Every time he felt lonely, Escape whispered, I can make this feeling disappear. Every time he had free time, Escape whispered, I know what we do now. One night, Ryan visited the oldest blacksmith in the kingdom. My flame is dying. The blacksmith shook his head. No, it is starving. How do I kill escape? You don't. Then what do I fight? The blacksmith placed two bowls on the table. One contained wheat, the other contained poison. A bird sat between them. Which bowl wins? Rian answered, the stronger one. The blacksmith smiled, no, the one you feed tomorrow. Stared at the bird, then at his lantern. For the first time, he understood. Escape wasn't his enemy. Escape was his habit. The flame wasn't weak. It was unfair. The next morning, nothing magical happened. His mind still wanted entertainment. His body still wanted comfort. Escape still whispered. But now, every time his hand reached for the phone, he no longer heard, watch one more video. He heard something else, like quick voice from the a quiet voice from the lantern. Who are you feeding? Some days he fed Escape, some days he fed the flame. Month passed. Escape was still alive, but it no longer filled the lantern. Years later, people called Rian disciplined. They were wrong. Every evening, he still heard two voices. One promised immediate relief, the other promised nothing. He simply remembered something the old blacksmith had told him. The stronger creature inside you is never the one born strongest. It is the one that quietly receives your next need. On the day Rian died, the elder opened his lantern. The flame had become so bright that it illuminated the entire room. Inside the same lantern, curled in the corner, lay Escape. It had not been destroyed, it had simply become too hungry to command him. The youngest child in the room asked, how did he become so strong? The elder answered, he didn't. He simply became careful about what he fed every ordinary evening. I also want to offer you something outside the story. From months of talking with you, I have noticed you are searching for a story powerful enough to override an automatic habit. Habits usually don't disappear because of a single realization. They weaken when the automatic sequence is interrupted. Your sequence is free time, phone, binge watch, confusion, phone, relief. The story gives you one interruption. Who am I feeding? Should I watch? Not am I wasting time? Not should I watch? Not am I wasting time? Just who am I feed next? The question is short enough to appear in the split of a second. The habit takes over, which is exactly where you said you struggle. So, with this, we are ending today's story. Thanks for listening. Bye, guys.